Well, welcome, everyone to the Women's Empower Network. I am so excited to feature our next author interview today. Katherine's with us, and we were just talking before we came on. We've actually known each other about 15 years now,
Yeah, long time. It
right?
seems so short, but it's actually, 15 years for most people is a long time, but it feels like it's gone by like that.
Well, and I think another piece of that too is because we've been in and out of each other's lives. It's not been a constant. But then
True.
when we, but then when we get together, it's like it was just yesterday.
Exactly.
And I love, love, love that feeling. I do.
You're my soul sister.
Oh, I think, yeah, we've both seen each other through some stuff. So, um,
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah.
As
So
the wheels
anyway,
start turning, yeah, yeah.
yeah, like hell
Uh,
yeah. But anyway, well,
exactly.
we're showcasing you today. So, why don't you tell us, for the people who don't know you yet, a little bit about yourself and what you do.
I'm Katherine Moyer. I transplanted to Dallas, Texas in January of 95 via Utah. Um, I want to say that I was probably unconscious and sleepwalking through my life for the first maybe 28 years, I want to say, before suddenly it dawned on me that there was a path to be on. And I jumped on it and I'm hanging on for dear life for all the years because it's been an absolute immersion for myself in the art of personal transformation and growing and evolving. It's been an absolute miracle to be where I am today, given where I started from my very, very young beginnings and family dynamics. But I have the great honor of holding space for all the courageous souls who are ready to grow this greatest version of themselves that they've been dreaming about forever and ever. So um, that's me and what I do and where I'm at right now.
And I've been very blessed to be on some of that journey with you and go through some of that training that has been life altering uh, in such a big way. And I even find myself every now and then still using the tools when things come up.
Love
So
it.
yeah, I
Yeah.
know, right?
I'm
It's
telling
the
you, the state of the world right now, and it's been like this for a lot of years, but right now it seems to be an explosion of out of controlness out there with emotions and everything that's unfolding. And I think that, man, everybody needs some really cool tools to have in their pockets to keep themselves straight and grounded during the craziness that's unfolding on the planet right now. So I love to hear that you're still using your tools. And I start with a group tomorrow, um, teaching them tools. And I'm so excited for what they're going to be able to do in their lives moving forward. But it is an honor to be able to share space with so many people.
it is. So out of curiosity, what made you say yes to this project?
You know what, Jenny? People have been asking me for years and years and years because I do get to share a little bit of my story in most workshops, right, that I teach, sharing a little bit about who I am and where I came from and what the possibilities are for everybody. And people have been asking, I swear, for decades, when is your book going to come out? When is your book going to come out? And just the idea of writing a book was so incredibly overwhelming to me. And when you had posted in the Women's Empowerment Network about a chapter, I thought, you know what? I think I could probably do a chapter. And I think that I could probably impart some incredible pearls of wisdom and breadcrumbs along the way that could really inspire people. And you're a great and dear friend of mine, and I wanted to support this movement for you too, because I am so proud of what you've done with your group and this launch and everything else that you've got going on. Having known you for 15 years, I just couldn't be more excited for you and the journey that you're on right now for your next chapters as well.
And I'll admit a little tidbit to our audience, which will give you an idea of where I was at the time. I used to be very envious of Catherine, not of who she was, but that she had something that she was so passionate about, and that you ate, drank, and breathed life into it. And I was envious of that. And now to
Wow.
have that
For
now,
yourself.
for myself, I mean, there's nothing like it.
I know, like you can't wait to get out of bed and do more, right? It's like you can't even stay down until the sun comes up. It's like before the crack of dawn, like, oh my, what can I do today? Right? I
It's
love it.
it's like stepping into a slipstream, and it just kind of pulls you forward without effort.
Yeah. I can't imagine a day of my life going forward that I would not be doing what I'm doing. And this stuff never gets old, man. It just never gets old. I
That's
love
what's
it, love it,
so
love it.
inspiring and incredible about the work that you do.
Love it.
So what's the title of your chapter?
The title of my chapter is The Power of One Step: My Journey of Creating an Absolute Plot Twist of My Life.
That's a mouthful.
It is, but it's so true. It is so true. I think that I had just surrendered to what my future was going to look like in my early years. And man, the plot twist of it all, holy crap. The plot twist of it all. I got inspired with the title when I was writing part of the chapter, and plot twist kept coming up and kept coming up. And I'm like, seriously, man, the whole thing is about creating the plot twist, because I thought life was going to be pretty predictable from where I was looking at it from. And oh my God, was I wrong? I was just wrong. I was so wrong.
I know it's like you have this vision, this idea, and when you look at it in the future, you're like, oh, it's just a straight line, you know? And then
Yeah.
you,
Well,
you
and
get
even having my life unfold the same way that my family's life had unfolded, the same way my mother's life had unfolded, and right, like all of those things felt pretty predictable, and like, well, this is the hand that I've been dealt, and this is the deck that I'm going to be using forever and ever. And I never would have dreamt of where I'm sitting today and what life looks like today and what I have the honor to do every day. I mean, I blow my own mind every day, Jenny. My own mind is getting blown by myself every day.
but what's so exciting about it, and I don't want to give away the chapter, and plus, we said I've known you for a little bit, so I knew some of the stuff in the story, but how with the information available to us and the tools, that it's so exciting to know that you can write a new script. You're not
Yeah,
stuck with the old script, even the DNA that you were uh,
absolutely.
born with. That's what's so exciting. So, without giving too much away, would you tell us a little bit about what somebody will be taking away, a message or something out of your chapter?
I tried to connect dots to my actual journey unfolding, to quotes that people have said along the way, that some people might not be able to connect the dots between what's really happening in their life and those cliche quotes that they hear over and over and over again. And so my hope is that there's lots of pearls of wisdom that people will walk away with as they read my chapter, but also this idea that there's a universal truth out there that what we focus on expands. that it's true, that it's not a woo woo thing. It's actually a law of nature, right? And a law of our psyche. And I think the most powerful question that anybody can ask themselves is, what have I been focusing on? Have I been focusing on ways forward, or have I been focusing on why I have to stay where I am and I can't move in a different direction, right? And it truly feels like, and I say this all the time in my workshops, and probably said it a few times in the interviews and stuff that we were doing with the authors, that it's very similar to when you decide that you want to buy a car and you've selected the brand and the make, and all of a sudden everywhere you go people are driving that car, right? Because what we focus on expands. So when we start focusing on little things like what kind of a car I want, all of a sudden they start showing up in our lives everywhere that we look. But what if what you were focusing on was a greater version of a grander vision for yourself? What if that was what you started focusing on, and allowing the space for that to start showing up for you to notice it along the way and start following the breadcrumbs that the universe is leaving for you, right? My hope would be that there would be a whole lot of little nuggets that everybody can take away from my chapter, which is number 9, I think, in the book.
Just
if I'm
FYI.
remembering, if I'm remembering correctly, I think it was chapter 9.
Well,
Um,
just know that
but
it's Katherine Moyer.
It's so true. But yeah, no, I hope that if there's people out there who are in the same place that I was for so many years, that and not even that there's a hopelessness, but a lot of people are feeling that, I think, right now. With everything that's going on, a lot of people are feeling even more despair and hopelessness that I think that I really felt along my journey. But I also feel like every single author in this book, and I haven't had a chance to read anybody else's chapter, but I've watched everybody's interviews, and I can't wait to get my hands on the inspiration that they've written so that I can, yes, I know, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. They have all been on such incredible journeys. And I think that collectively, we can inspire a nation, man. We can inspire so many people to take steps forward and create futures for themselves that they hadn't ever even imagined in their wildest dreams. I'm super excited about the possibilities for everybody that feels drawn to pick this book up. I am so, so, so excited for that.
Well, thank you. And one of the things, even on my own personal journey, and I know it's been that way for you too, is, when you start saying yes, you don't necessarily get the big picture of where you're going to be even 2 months or 6 months or 2 years from that moment you said yes. But it's almost like you have to say yes to go through that doorway before you can see what's next. Because where I started this group 2 years ago, I can't even could have imagined where it would be today, that we would even be doing a book. I mean, I hadn't even
Right.
at that point heard of a multi-author book. So and then we've talked about a little bit about, the things that are coming. So speaking of that, what is next on your journey? Do you know? I mean, because I know you
Girl,
love, love, love what you do.
I can't look, what I do doesn't get old. Every dang day, I can't wait to do what I do. And I can't fathom that that would change in any way, shape, or form. I'm also open to the possibilities of what the universe is going to bring to me after this, right? I'm not closing any doors, but I'm so passionate about what I do. I can't imagine that changing, but let's see what wants to happen. Let's see what wants to happen. I'm open
I
and available for new adventures. Absolutely.
right, and that's exactly
Yes.
right. And being open is a big piece of it.
Absolutely. You never know where every single step is going to land. I wouldn't have realized back when I started my journey, where I would have landed today. And there was a whole lot of steps along the way that I thought, what in the hell, what in the actual hell is going on here? I'm taking action, I'm putting the work in, but it feels like I'm being punished every step of the way. And I just kept taking steps, really, really, really believing that the universe was going to rise up and support me and conspire in my favor, man. I just had a deep, deep faith that that was what was going to unfold. And I couldn't wimp out and turn back. I just had to keep forging forward. And I'm so glad that I did.
That makes two of us. Otherwise,
Yeah,
I don't know that our paths would have crossed.
right. I don't think so either. Yeah,
Ex-
absolutely.
Yeah. For the people who don't want to wait for the book to come out and the digital launch, which by the way, everybody, it's November 14th. So put that on your calendar. And that morning we will release the link so that you can go get the digital copy. We're more interested in getting it into as many people's hands as we can. So we're only charging 99 cents. So I'll put a link below where you can get in a sign up form so you can get the email the day that it comes out.
And that is a limited time offer. So don't wait. Jump, jump, jump. As soon as you see that link from Jenny or any of the other authors that you might know, jump on it so that you can get your copy too for 99 cents.
Thank you. What we started out to say, I kind of took a little left turn there, was how can people get in touch with you now, Katherine? How can they connect?
The very, very, very simplest way is to go to my linked tree. That has all the links of everything and every place that you can connect with me. If you're not familiar with linked tree, it is linktr.ee/ Katherine Moyer. And it has all the places that you can connect with me there.
I love that. And we'll be sure to put that link down in the comments so you can connect with Katherine. So before we go, there's two more things. And one is, what would you say to someone who's been thinking about being an author but has not done so yet?
I want to say, especially if they're considering an opportunity like this and in the WEN group for the next versions of the multi author books, that you probably have an incredible story inside of you. You probably have one in there. And that story could really inspire and change somebody's life. And it's way easier to write a chapter to get your feet wet and get you excited about writing. And the team has been so supportive and they have made this experience enjoyable, easy, graceful. The support from all angles is everything that you could possibly need. I say jump, man. Just jump. What's the worst thing that could happen?
You might learn some stuff about yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a hell of a ride, right? It's a hell of a ride writing your story.
Well, it
But
is.
you might look back on it and go, "Oh my god, I'm amazing." Right? You might look back and go, "Holy shit, man, I am a rock star." Wow.
And what's so, I mean, because I've had the opportunity now to read everybody's chapter twice, and there's a story in there that's going to talk to somebody. And
Yeah,
if you don't share your voice and your journey, that can provide so much hope and help somebody be inspired and give them courage to do the thing that they may have been holding back from just because you shared your journey like we did. So
absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
I love this. I wish we had more time, but
I know,
I
girl.
I know it's always good. So this is my favorite question to always ask at the end.
Oh,
What are
geez.
I know, and I don't put that down in my script. I don't, you don't know what it is. It's like, what are some parting words of wisdom that you would like to share today?
I would love to share that you are far more magnificent than you even realize. You are far more magnificent. And the journey of uncovering that magnificence and really remembering, honest to God, Jenny, I think that when we're born with that veil of amnesia and forgetfulness, the ride is to remembering, oh my God, right? Just start taking baby steps to remember who you really are. And you are not the things that have happened to you in your life. That's not who you are. That's not who you are. Start taking steps to remember your magnificence.
That's so beautiful. Well, Katherine, thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you for being in the book. I am so excited to share you with everybody when it comes out. Like we said, November 14th is the launch date. I'll put the list down there to get on the email list to be notified of what's coming up and for the party. And just thank you so much for saying yes to your own journey.
Thank you so much, Jenny, for creating this opportunity for all of us to share our journey.